Alright guys, you're not going to believe how unbelievably easy it is to run a wire from the trunk of a Mercedes through the passenger compartment for a reverse camera. It's really much easier than I thought. People are talking about how hard it is. You just got to have the right tools. So I got a, you just open up the right side, which is easy. You just use a little pry bar, pull that little knob out of there. This is a Mercedes E350 2007, by the way. That's the access point right here. And actually, I'm going to guess you can do it on both sides. You've got a really stiff piece of metal. And that's what I've got, stiff piece of metal. You just push it right through that direction right there. And you can actually find, see I have two pieces. One was a flexible one, it was very difficult, but a stiff piece of metal, like that. Stiff metal bar, I just pushed it through in that direction. And I felt it go right through. Right here. It automatically pops this out of the way when you push hard, so you can run your wire. That is all there is to it, guys. They make it sound so difficult, but it's not. You can see all the wiring right there. So if you just pop this trim here, you can access the trunk. That is how easy it is. I was yanking on this thing and trying to get in there, and you can't get in there, it's so tight, but this is actually where it is. That's the part. You just run the wire through here, then you're home free to run it through to the front of the car. That's it. So what's optimal is you can actually see daylight, which is great. So you just pull this guy out, I can see where it's going. This is a for gun cleaning, actually. So they always have this little hole at the top, and that's for holding your wad of paper, but in this case I'm going to hold a zip tie, which is going to hold the cable. Now we just trim that and feed it right through. I don't even know if you need to trim it. Let's just feed it through. Here we go. Push it right out there. Just look at that thing. That's all you got. That's all there is to it. We got it right here. Just gotta pull it there. Did it. That's it. So we got the installation. We're doing the inside installation of the rear backup camera. Kind of a new, well, new to me approach. I hadn't seen this before, but this on a Mercedes actually is pretty easy to just hide the wires. And they give you, this brand gives you a nice little tool for accessing your molding like that. And just bury it in there. Not sure which way to. You gotta run it along the top, maybe. Gotta run along the back, maybe. Maybe. See that, or I got around. You should get around the back. Maybe I can kind of stick it there. This might work. You can probably stick it there with some kind of adhesive. Use some adhesive and get that wire in there somehow. Figure out what that is. I got some kind of, think of what's a good one to put there. Well, actually, it fits right in. It fits right in. You just poke it right in there. I might not need any adhesive because I think it there tucked in behind. See that? Look, it tucked behind the dash. There we go. That's the solution. All right, people, that's the solution. That's how you do it. At least on a Mercedes. Tuck it in. Tuck your wires.